Hello, hello! I'm back at it again with this Popin Cookin. We're doing the bento box this time. Popin Cookin Bento. If you've heard my voice or seen my hands before, then you'll know that we have done a couple of these that are a little bit easier. We've done waffle and donut, which are definitely beginner friendly. And there's an easier version of those as well, which is an ice cream cone, which is literally just a cone and cream, and you put the cream in the cone. That's it. And then we did the sushi, which is definitely a step up. And I would say the bento is even a step up from that, just because you have way more items to make and there's more instructions. So we're going to be making a panda rice ball, sausage, an egg roll, spaghetti. Don't know why there's spaghetti, but it's here. A rice ball, broccoli, and fried chicken. That is fried chicken. We're gonna go with what they say because that's what they said. This is a DIY candy for everybody, not just for kids. And in case I haven't said it before, you were supposed to eat this. That is the point. We use powder and water to make fun looking food, and then we eat it. That's what we do here. If we look at the top of the package, we have a very large, very complicated tray. We have a fork this time. In the past kits, we've had a spoon and a shovel type of spatula. Got a squeezy bag and 7 packets, which is I think the most packets we've had so far. If we look at the back of the package, we see all the instructions. I'm going to walk you through all of this. First step is to wash your hands, then wash them again. Use sanitizer, then wash them again. I got my water, and I've got scissors just in case. They don't have pull tabs on these. So let's go ahead and open it up. With the Popin Cookin packaging, they really want you to reuse the plastic that it comes in. So this is going to be our tray, and it's got a little fork down here on a kind of gingham pattern in the background. We've got some green for the background, and it's got all the foods we're going to make on the back. It's very cute. So let's see what's inside. I'm going to keep this close by so I can put my food, my meal over here. So the first step is we have a rice ball candy powder. It's blue. We have an orange packet, which is the spaghetti packet. We've got 2 packets together. We've got a yellow packet, which is the egg roll candy powder. We've got a red packet, which is the sausage candy powder. Sausage candy powder, words you never thought you'd put together. We've got green broccoli candy powder. Once again, words, didn't think I put those together. It's green. We've got a brown packet, which is fried chicken candy powder. This words never put together before. And then a black packet, which is seaweed candy powder. We've got our little baggie, which is clear with the Popin Cookin logo. We've gotten a couple of these in the past. I've got them piling up over there. And we've got our fork. Once again, we are being bamboozled. This fork is blue. This fork is pink. I want a blue spoon. Why can't I get a blue spoon? If your spoon is blue, I want to know. So we have a lot going on in this mold today, but this particular kit is mainly about getting it in the mold and taking it out the mold and making it look as neat as possible. So at the very top corner, we have our cup of water, which we're going to cut off from there to there and use it for the water. We've got a little panda face in there. We've got a little oval next to the panda, and then a kind of rice ball shape down here. We've got a broccoli shape. We've got a sausage shape. That doesn't look like sausage to me, but that's what they say. We've got just a regular tray that's got a number 4 in it, and we've got another tray that's got ridges all at the bottom. So let's get going with the first step. Besides washing your hands, we're going to make some broccoli. I love broccoli, so that's really exciting for me. And if I didn't mention it in this particular video, if your instructions are not in English, it's okay. These kits are becoming more popular here. So a lot of the original kits that exist in the world are not English. There's not English on there. You can find English instructions online. And if your package looks different to this one, it's fine, because if there's a bento on the outside, there's a bento on the inside. So we're going to make our broccoli. We're going to add 1 full cup of triangle water. Add a full triangle cup of water to the section number 1. Section number 1 is our broccoli shaped section. Should be relatively easy to find. And we're going to mix it up. It's going to become firm in 3 minutes. So we're going to the number 1, which has an arrow pointing down to the broccoli shape. And we're going to use this cup of water, but we got to cut this off first. So let's go ahead and cut this off. That's all the cutting we're going to do today. If you've done any of the other kits before, we have to usually cut up the whole tray. But this is the first one where we just need this little cup, and that's it. So we're going to add 1 full cup. It's rather hefty. And pour it right in that little broccoli shape. Does this have a pull tab? No, it does not. So scissors might be needed. Some of them do, and some of them don't, I believe. All right, so I'm going to carefully pour this into the broccoli mold. It's turning a little blue, but that's a-okay. Once we mix it up, it should be the color we want. I'm going to take the top of my spoon to mix it up. This got very solid very fast, so be a little swifty McSwift and get this nice and mixed up and incorporated before we let this sit here. So mix, 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 mix. It's got some maybe blue little beads in here for pigment. So just try to get those out of there. It is setting up pretty quickly for me. So I'm going to keep mixing it up until it is nice and incorporated. I'm going to leave mine a little bit textured. I think that looks more authentic for the broccoli. Alright, I'm just going to make mine. It's pretty much set up already on my end, so I'm just going to scrape the sides down just to make sure there's nothing on the sides. Alright, that is good enough. We got our broccoli in there. Oh no, my plate. my plate's back. It's fine. Now we're going to make the egg roll. We're going to add a full triangle cup of water to section 2. Section 2 is the section that looks kind of normal, but it's got ridges at the bottom, large with the ridges at the bottom. We're going to mix the, we're going to add the powder from the yellow packet and mix it up, and it'll become firm. So we just made the broccoli, and we're going to make the egg roll. So we're going to add a full cup of water. Not like a real cup, just the triangle cup. I should have made that very clear. Please don't add a cup of water to it. Alright, so this is our yellow packet. Now this one does have a tear strip, but the other one didn't. So just have the scissors on standby, I guess. We're going to mix this in. And once again, I'm going to use the back of the fork and mix it up. This tends to go flying, so be gentle and just mix it around so that all that powder is incorporated. I'm sorry about the scraping noise. It's got those ridges at the bottom. Those ridges are not helping anybody, especially me right now with this sound. It sounds horrendous. Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to try to shank these little bubbles in here and these clumps. I'm satisfied with that. It tastes very yummy. Very yummy. Ooh, lemon. It's lemon. That's exciting. Lemon flavored egg. My favorite. Next, we're going to make the sausage. The sausage. So we're going to add a full triangle cup of water to the section 3, which is that little octopus mold right here. It's right next to the egg mold. We're going to mix it up and it'll become firm in 3 minutes. So this is a kit where you just mix and set and then you put it together at the end. And I think the challenge here is getting it all out in one piece. But it should be relatively simple since these get pretty firm pretty fast. Well, that was a mess. I got a little water over here. I think it'll be alright. So we're going to take our sausage candy powder, which is our red packet. It does have a tear strip, or at least mine does have a tear strip. There are different versions, and they probably all don't have tear strips on them. So that's why the scissors are handy. Once again, I'm going to use the back of my fork. I feel like I said spoon before because I'm used to getting spoons. Take the back of my utensil. This is a little bit tricky, but I just want to mix it in enough to where it's not clumpy anymore, which is a little bit tricky, especially with his little limbs. So I'm doing the shanking motion again. That seems to be relatively effective. So I'm going to shank the octopus really good. We do not condone shanking of any real octopuses. I will come for you if you do that. Anyways, we're going to mix it up, mix it up, mix it up. This seems pretty good. I'm trying to dig around at the bottom to make sure I don't have any lumps or clumps. This is a lump and clump free zone. That seems pretty good to me. So, okay, step number 4 is the rice ball. This is where some of your skills are going to come into play. We're going to add 2 full triangle cups of water to section 4, which is that big plain section. Add powder from the blue packet. Mix until thick. Divide rice in half. Form a rice ball to match shape and size of the packing pouch guide as shown in the picture. So let's stop right there and do that first. So if we turn to the back of your little plastic pouch we got in the bag, here are our guides that they're referring to. They want us to match this shape and this shape. So the rice ball shape with the perforated line around it, and in the panda shape with a perforated line around it. We're going to match those sizes. So first we've got to make the rice. So we're going to use 2 full triangle cups. So there's 1 cup, and there's 2 cups. Got our rice packet. Mine does not have a tear strip on it. So goofy. You're gonna give me tear strips. Give me tear strips for everything. I'm going to carefully mix this in because I really don't want to contaminate my other food items that are minding their own business. Just smells like ramen. If you've never had that before, this is what it smells like, the original one. And we're going to mix this up. We might need more water. In the past, we've needed more water to make it work and to get that powder all dissolved. So we'll see what happens here. Just be careful, move in small motions, just to make sure we don't get this rice all over the place. So I'm just kind of taking little sections and just sliding them towards the middle. And I'm checking for loose powder. If you have any loose powder at the bottom, we'll need to add a little bit more water to get that incorporated. But we'll see where we can get right now. Mine is looking pretty good with just the 2 cups of water, but I might add a little bit more just because there is some powder at the bottom of mine that is not getting incorporated very well. So I'll just add a little bit of water, not too much, not a full cup, just a little bit. You definitely don't want to add too much water, but if you do, that's also okay. Things happen, but we're going to try to add just enough. So I think I'm doing pretty good. I don't see a whole lot of powder at the bottom. And it's holding its shape. Oh, and there's the powder. I've got powder all right there. So I'm going to add more water to get that powder out of there. Alright, I think I'm alright. I'm going to actually take the regular side of the fork and pick it up. Alright, so this is what we got. It should look kind of rice-like. If you took mashed potato and rice and made a baby, this is what this is. We're going to go over here and I'm going to make two similar shapes. So I'm going to first make a ball with the rice and I'm going to divide that in half. So here are my two halves and I'm going to just match this round shape first. So I've got my ball. I'm going to just flatten it. It's pretty similar to the shape anyway, the way it is right now. So that one's pretty much a-okay. And for the rice ball shape, it's very similar, but it's, you know, more of a triangle. So I'm going to try to do that. I've forgotten how to make a triangle shape, clearly. I can't seem to do it. Ah, there we go. I'm getting there. Alright, I've got my shape. I'm gonna squeeze down just a little bit. Okay, so I've got the shapes that I need. And the next part of the instructions say to add powder from the black packet into the hollow spaces at the panda face and small square. Add any remaining and spilled powder to the round sections. So they know you're going to make a mess. They have a mess right here. They know you're going to make a mess. It's okay. Messes are fine. We're just going to eat it anyway. So they want you to take this plain black powder and put it in this little depression of a face, this depression of just a round tub, and then some in this little square. So let's see what they're talking about. They want there to be black powder in the eyes up here, the mouth. They want some in here, and they want some right here. So let's try to do that as neatly as possible. I'm going to cut a very small bit off. That way I have a little bit more control. I have so much control I can't open the packet. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna try to pour this black powder where it said to pour it, like I went over. Okay, so the first one is done. I put the black powder into the little rectangle mold that's in here. They know it's gonna be messy. They know what's up. We're gonna pour it into this little face right here. This is gonna be fun. This is not gonna be perfect, and that is okay. We're gonna try our best. If you cut the hole extremely small, you can get pretty good definition, I think. Mouth area. Okay, so the mouth area is where I failed the most. So this is one of the first packets we have that we don't actually mix it in with water. We just kind of let it be. I'm going to try to fix this mouth as much as I can by just scraping off the top and pouring it into the big mold in the middle. That's what they want you to do. I'm not aiming for exact perfection here, so I'm gonna just kind of go with what I got. So I'm just kind of scraping the top off of the face, scraping all that extra off. And they want us to dump the extra in the big container. This is as good as I can get at the moment, but this is what they want you to do. Is to fill all of this with the black and put the rest in the big one. Alright, so back to our instructions. This is where we're going to actually use our rice balls to make these impressions on the face. As you can see, you've got a panda face, and then you've got this line right here for the seaweed, and that's how we're going to get those. We're going to lightly press the triangle rice ball onto the small square, which is this section right here. And then we're going to do the same thing for the panda face. So let's start with the rice ball. So I'm just going to press this down right here and press. I'm just going to press in the middle, and hopefully that powder is going to get stuck to it, and I'll get the design I want. Ta-da! It looks like what it's supposed to. Amazing. I'm going to go a little bit further and do it on the bottom. So I've got it on the bottom as well. I'm trying to do a little bit more right there. Need to melt those together, but I want it to look as quote-unquote realistic as I can. I think that looks pretty darn good. This is better than the first time I did this, I'll tell you that. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing this way. They don't say to do that, but this is my kit and I'm gonna do what I want. So I'm gonna just press around it to try to get it to stick. And it did a little bit. So this is what you should have. If you're fancy like me, you went all the way around. I think it looks great. We're going to put that to the side because she's perfect. She's beautiful. Now the face. The same thing with the face. We're going to just press right on that face. So press. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's hope we get a face. We did it! It's a face. That eye is wonky, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm going to just be extra and try to get that to match. Nobody asked for that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. There we go. I've evened it out a little bit. Put that to the side. I've realized I made an error, guys. And you've made this error too, because if you weren't paying attention, then you would have done the same thing. We forgot to make the ears. So here's what I'm going to do. Gotta love it. We're just going to take some from his chin. Just take some of his chin off. Okay. We can definitely save this. This is going to be fine. And some from your eye. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get it to be the size it wants it to be. I forgot the ears. I want my ears to be a little bit bigger than their ears. So there we go. I got one. Now we need to kind of mold the face back together. I'm gonna pull from the back-ish area just a bit. So now that our panda has lost a little bit of weight, still looks great. He looked great before too. Okay, so we managed to fix it. So when we were making the panda ball, we were supposed to take off a little bit more to make the ears, and I forgot about that part. But we're in it together, and it's just candy. It'll be okay. It's not that serious. I'm gonna make this ball shape for the ear, and then now we've got our 2 ears. So we were able to save it. It's okay. We saved it. Still got a face. I'm gonna try to kind of mush it, make it look a little nicer. But it's a-okay. Not worried about it. So now we're just gonna put the ears into the middle black powder and just mush it around so that the whole thing is black. So we're taking our little ear ball and we're dumping it into the large tray of black powder and covering all the black powder onto the ear. There's one ear. See the other ear? All right, so you should come out with a little black ear. I'm gonna add a little bit more to this ear because I don't feel like it got coated enough. But we have so much of it, we can just keep. If you actually wanted to do this exactly how you wanted to, you could use this black powder in all types of ways if you wanted to. I'm just going by the instructions. This is definitely the type of kit where you can play around and do whatever you want. All right, now we're all done with that. We're gonna make the fried chicken. We're going to take 1 cup of water, add it to section 4, which is the big plain section. That's the only available section actually that we have. And we're going to add the packet from the brown one. Add the powder from the brown packet and mix it until it's thick. I'm just going to divide it in half. So here's our fried chicken. We're going to take 1 full cup of water. Also, our other designs should definitely be nice and firmed up by now, which is all of this stuff, because it's definitely been more than 3 minutes. So make sure you get the brown packet, which is a fried chicken, mix it into the 1 triangle cup of water into section number 4, which is the only section we have available right now. Mix it up gently. It's going to get thick pretty quickly. I have a feeling we don't need to add more water to this one, but we'll see how it goes. Just gonna keep mixing. Yeah, this is definitely not any type of cream texture. It's very solid and very thick. It's almost like the rice, but a thinner version of the rice. So there's our chicken, and all we have to do is just divide it in half, just to make those 2 chicken balls. So nothing really major going on with that one. Trying to make sure everything's incorporated, but I think that's fine. It just looks like a very unattractive blob. There's your blob. This tastes like orange to me, but it doesn't say there's orange on the package. If you ever want to know what the flavors are supposed to be, they are on the package at the very top. So they're supposed to have white grape, lemon, strawberry, ramune soda, and grape flavors. That tastes like orange to me, but I could be wrong. Okay, next we're going to make the spaghetti. We're going to add 2 full triangle cups of water to section 4, so we're going to have to get this chicken out of here. To section 4, add powder from the orange packet and mix. Put mixture into the bag, twist the top, cut off 1 corner as shown, and squeeze the mixture. So at this point, we're almost done with our bento box. So I'm going to go ahead and get our little plate set up. Oh, my poor panda face. This panda face is rough. Face is rough. I'm going to make an executive decision, and I am going to I'm going to redo my panda face. Now my ball is going to be not white, but a little bit black, a little bit purple. I'm not worried about it. I just want it to look a little bit better. It just looks a little rough right now. You definitely don't have to. This is just me. This is just me doing this right now. Did I make it worse? Probably. But do I care? No, because it's candy and it's fun. And it's meant to be fun. It's meant to be fun, fun, fun. And look at that. I've got a... This looks like it's from Five Nights at Freddy's, and no one can tell me differently. This is the panda face that I am left with now because I ruined it. It's okay. Yours looks beautiful. Mine looks a hot mess. And that's okay. It's candy. I will reiterate that as many times as I need to. I'm gonna wipe this off first, because that's messy and I don't want that everywhere. Alright. Now I'm trying to match the box. Let me look at the box as I do this. So this is right here. This ugly, crusty panda. This Five Nights at Freddy's character is gonna go right here. My ears are melting. This is a Five Nights at Freddy's character. No one can tell me differently. Or Benji in the ink machine. That's what that looks like. All right, let's get our chicken out of here. I just can't stop laughing over how funny that is. Okay, let's get our chicken. I'm just gonna tear off a piece and just glob it down because that's what they did in the picture. Theirs is not very pretty. It's just two little boop boop globs. Okay, here's my little chicken glob. And there's my other chicken glob. Beautiful! Delicious! How delicious does that look? Alright, moving right along, we're going to make the spaghetti like it asked us to. So that's 2 triangle cups of water. I have a very good feeling we will need more than that. Alright, so here's our spaghetti. I do not have a tear strip. They give me tear strips for 2 things. And that's it. Alright, pour it on in. So this is similar to, we're basically going to be piping the spaghetti. I'm going to use the actual fork part this time, just to see if that gives me a better result, different result. This result usually is messier to me, so I don't like using it all the time. It smells very good. Clearly this is going to be strawberry. Not only because it's pink, but I can smell it. So we're going to mix that up. It's definitely very grainy to start, so I'm going to try to mix it in as much as possible. It should be pretty thick, but still malleable. That way when you squeeze it out, it'll actually hold its shape. And this does not seem to need any more water. I don't even think I used 2 full cups. I just used 2 little weak cups. So I'm still stirring to get out the clumps. This is a very solid, like mashed potato-y, thick mashed potato-y type of texture, where it's very thick and it's holding its shape. So I'm going to go ahead, put this into my piping bag. So to put your mixture into your piping bag, you don't want to just open it and put it and dump it in this way, because it's all going to fill up at the top. So we're going to just take the top part and fold it down. That way we've got an opening. So we just made the bag smaller. We just folded the top over. And now I'm going to put my mixture in one of the corners. This corner or that corner, doesn't matter. Just pick a corner. And take this heap out of there. This is not going to come out super cleanly with the fork that we have. So if you have any other tools handy, of course you can use them to get out all of the mixture, but I'm going to only get out what I can, because that is what they gave us, and that's what I want to use. Alright, now that we're done, that's not, is that strawberry? I don't know, it's very tasty. Okay, so now that we've got it into our bag, I'm going to cut a little triangle at the bottom. It's going to be relatively small so we can make our spaghetti. And we're just going to squeeze our spaghetti out onto our plate where we want it to go. So before you start squeezing, make sure it's where you want. I'm going to put mine right here. And then we're going to just squeeze top together and push it all down. Okay, I'm going to start squeezing. So this definitely holds its shape. I know my hands are in the way and you can't see. There you go, you can see a little bit. Okay. And all I'm doing is squeezing the top of this. I'm not actually squeezing down. I'm just squeezing this over, and it is just it's just coming out naturally, which is what I would prefer. I think that's about it. There's a little bit left in there, but it's not much, so let's just try to get that on there. Okay. Excellent. We've got our little heaping pile of spaghetti, because that's what they said it is, so that's definitely what it is. And the rest of it, we're just going to have to pack our lunch however we want. So we're just going to take our jellies out and just place them on our plate wherever we want, and then we get to enjoy our bento. So I'm going to very carefully just get these little dudes out of here. So this is our little squid dude. It does have a face. It's very cute. Trying to place him where I want him, next to this demon creature that I've created over there. Ah, yes, the brock. The brock is very, very firm, and mine does still have some of those little blue color beads in it, but I don't mind that. I think it's cute. Put our brock down, and then we have our little egg roll situation. So they really just want to just roll it up, so I'm just going to roll it up as I pull it out. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. And we're done! We did the thing. We made a bento box. Now we get to eat it and enjoy it. I have all this black powder left over. Who knows what I'll do with it. I might ruin that further. Sounds like a good time. I hope you enjoyed this kit. We did the Popin Cookin Bento kit today. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!